business, I collect items clients no longer need and donate them. That's what brought me to the no-kill shelter that day, a hurried drop-off of blankets, when I was stopped in my tracks. I don't think I'd ever seen a more pitiful creature. Sunken shoulders, withered back legs, wounded forehead. It was so malnourished and filthy, it was difficult to make out any distinguishing characteristics. Maybe an Australian shepherd, perhaps? I reached out to touch her. She flinched. She didn't even have the strength to stand up. She let me stroke her head. Since that day, I've asked myself, why? Why did I, out of the blue, volunteer to take a dog that wasn't even mine to the vet? I had seen plenty of animals as tragic as Sadie. That's what they told me her name was, Sadie. Something about those sad eyes resonated deep inside me, as if her soul was calling out to me for help. Or maybe it wasn't about Sadie at all, but my own nature to be a fixer. After all, I fix and rearrange people's interiors for a living. I'm a transitional organizational specialist. My first instinct when I see something broken is to pick it up and fix it. And that dog was as broken as a dog could be. Since ancient Mesopotamia, animals have played a huge role in the success of human civilization. From plowing the fields, to transportation, to lifting our spirits when we're down. Whether it's a dog leading the blind, or Tara, the hero cat, rescuing a helpless 4-year-old, Dr. Julie O'Connor explains in Education Week, October 31st, 2018, that animals awaken empathy, which improves interpersonal relationships and fosters a desire to work towards a more fair and just world. Animals are often our first teachers of responsibility, love, and even loss. If we deepen our appreciation for these lessons, we may find something that's in short supply today. Compassion. Saving Sadie by Elizabeth Ridley and Joal Derse Dauer. I loaded Sadie into my car. She smelled terrible. Dirt, urine, and feces all matted to her fur. And yet, I felt stirring inside my heart as I held her trembling body. I had to remind myself, Joel, you are not going to adopt this dog. All you're going to do is find out whether or how Sadie might be fixed. My family already consisted of a dog and 2 cats, and caring for a disabled dog wasn't on my bucket list. The vet confirmed a bullet between her eyes, another in her spine. After giving birth to a litter of puppies, she was shot in the forehead, then again in the back as she turned to flee. She was incontinent and had severe muscle and nerve damage. Okay, that sounds pretty bad, but she still might be fixable. What about surgery? I was thinking euthanasia. I took a closer look at the dime-sized hole in Sadie's forehead where she had been shot, and my heart ached. What do? As a fixer, you get a second opinion. I say, let's give her a chance, Dr. Jody said with confidence. She was a holistic vet I'd taken my own animals to for years. My spirit soared. Dr. Jody must have seen my face light up because she quickly added, understand, even with us working together on this, it will be a massive undertaking. Make no mistake. Not only would the bills for this be significant, but my mind began to race as Dr. Jody talked about acupuncture, wound poultices, medications, raw protein diets, doggy diapers. I'm giving it a week, I blurted out, my rising anxiety making the snap decision. I wasn't ready to let Sadie go. I still had hope she could get better and learn to walk again. I'm going to give it the next 7 days, and if it isn't fixable, Sadie will have the best darn week of her life. In that moment, all Sadie and I had was a thimble of hope. But sometimes, even a thimbleful is enough to keep you going. Those first few days with Sadie were chaos. Feedings, medicine sessions, hauling Sadie up and down stairs, endless doggy diapers. My cats, Miss Kitty and Kit Kat, responded with utter disinterest in that superior feline way, and my dog, Sparky, helped by cleaning up Sadie's leftovers. I gave Sadie her first bath. I scrubbed away the dirt, clipped away the tangled fur. If Sadie had to be euthanized, it should be obvious she was cared for and had known human love. And yet I didn't want Sadie thinking this was her forever home, especially if letting her go was the kindest thing to do. So I asked Sadie, "Am I doing the right thing? I just need a sign." And she would wag her tail just an inch. I remained fully committed to getting Sadie walking again, but 7 days in, I was exhausted. It was like caring for a toddler that would never grow up. Why did this have to be so difficult? I should just let Sadie go. She's not even my dog. I had my first Sadie meltdown on a hot afternoon. I was trying to teach her to use her legs to climb the stairs. I was behind her on the step, supporting her rump while she reached forward with her front paws. We had made it up 2 steps, very slowly and awkwardly. But now she'd stopped. I kept pushing, my muscles strained, sweat dripping down my forehead. But she had no intention of moving. "Sadie, can't you see I'm just trying to help you? I just want you to be able to walk again." I sank to the bottom step. Why isn't this working? Suddenly, I felt a cold, wet nudge on my arm. Then another, more insistent this time. It was Sadie, trying to get my attention. She smiled her doggy smile and wagged her tail. Her deep caramel brown eyes gazed at me, full of love and optimism, as if to say, "Please don't be mad at me, Mom." I pulled her in close, kissing her forehead, wrapping my arms around her shoulders, letting the thick, soft fur around her neck absorb my tears. Later that night, I realized maybe Sadie's heart needed more healing than even her broken body. Sobered by this, I covered Sadie with a blanket. "You deserve so much more than what humans have shown to you. And I hope all your babies are okay and cared for." No sooner had I climbed back into bed than I heard Sadie grab the blanket, shake it, and toss it to the floor. So I covered her again, but she did the same thing. So I covered her yet again when I realized Sadie's playing a game. The rules became clear. I cover her, she shakes off the blanket, and then it's my turn all over again. Soon, Sparky, Miss Kitty, and Kit Kat were joining in, battling, not wanting to miss out on all the fun. I laughed until tears streamed down my face. But this time, the tears rose not from frustration, but from joy. What is it about dogs that touch us so deeply? They believe in us. They accept our love, making us believe in second chances. While I was teaching Sadie to walk, she was teaching me patience, perseverance, and hope. Sadie is always pushing and prodding and challenging me, forcing my heart and my soul to grow bigger. One helpless little dog taught me some things just don't need to be fixed.